Hello, everybody. It's the Oddcast Podcast. And hey, look, we got our mirrors.
Oh, man. Oh, even better.
Yeah, I'm looking. It's Friday the 13th, in case you didn't know.
You did a really good job scratching off the sticker.
Thank you. On the one, yeah. So, and here's the thing. So we're doing our show on Friday the 13th. Welcome to the Oddcast Podcast. I'm Mondo. That's Dean. That's Melissa. And hello, Jedi Jansen, man in the controls.
Hey, good morning.
And so, yeah, usually there's all these superstitions and all this craziness about Friday the 13th things. So we're going to try to debunk some of those in the Oddcast Podcast version of Mythbusters, right?
Yes.
So
that's kind of
And we're also going to see how much crap we can put on the table.
That's okay.
With your keys,
hammers, that's all right.
No one can all see. A tease for things to come.
That is. But are we willing to open an umbrella inside a room or even underneath a roof? I still don't get the mirror thing. Dean brought up a thing about mirrors. He'll explain it here in just a little bit. And then also when you're doing a toast and somebody has a glass of water, we're going to explain why that might be a bad thing on Friday the 13th. But we'll get to that later. So last week we had some jacked up rooms, meaning me and Dean Lewis and Melissa.
Not so much. Setting us up for the bit and then leaving us hanging.
And left us high and dry.
Okay, so I don't have rooms that are that messy like y'all have.
Hold on a minute. That's very rude.
It's just, okay, we have proof.
No.
Yes.
No.
Melissa, it's like me saying, hey, I got an idea for a bit. Why don't we talk about happy relationships? And then I show up with nada, and you guys are like, well, that's not fair.
What if I told you that I identified as a pack rat? Now you've hurt my feelings. I identify as a pack rat.
You have things in your garage that you want to, for your building a cabin.
Eventually.
And that's an issue according to our guest from last week.
No, but it's also, according to our guest from last week.
Who was? Corey
Chalmers from Hoarders on the A&E TV show. And Corey said that, there are things that you can either a person who thinks that they're going to eventually use things that they have for me building a cabin. Well, mine's going to be true. These other people they hoard it for years.
You weren't listening. He said there's no reason to hold on to that. He said that's one of the issues for people that think I will one day use this.
No, I will one day use it, and so it's not an issue. Okay. And then, but we did before pictures.
Yep.
And so here is what the before picture of my garage looked like. Now,
let me put the lotion on its skin.
Yeah, let me explain something. I want you all to look carefully. On the right is my water heater, and you go down toward the wall. I started doing a cedar wall back there and ran out of money. But I've got against the window, those transom windows, below it, you see these like panes. Those came from a house in Highland Park on Versailles. Bought them at a estate sale. Now, here is my after. Now, if you noticed, my mother-in-law put her trash down there, but it's cleaned up more. My bike's, I'm able to park my bike. I have a nice, long, narrow table that I pack stuff neatly in. What?
Thank you.
What?
Yeah. It looks like you went in there and like did the shimmy and pushed everything to the side.
Yeah, like you fell down on your back in the middle of it and made a crap angel.
Let me ask you
Yeah,
this.
exactly.
Let me ask you this.
Exactly what I was thinking.
Now, y'all are trying to hurt my feelings.
No, we're being honest.
Was an attempt made?
To push things to the side of
No,
the room?
no.
Yes.
I took things out into my driveway
Okay.
outside.
Right.
Orderly, nice, neat, and then put things back in. I just had I need a trailer, so that's why I couldn't take.
Well,
it.
then here, I tried to molest her.
Right.
That's about as much effort as you put into it.
Okay. Well, now let's take a look at Dean's before picture.
Thank you. Now we're getting somewhere. Look at that.
All right, Dean, explain what's going on.
So this is a playroom for my kids, and
Who
and
are-
how old are your children
now
now?
they're 13 and 15.
Teenagers.
And neither
Say
one
it
of
with
them.
anger.
I know.
They're
Neither one of them have
teenagers.
been in there for about 4 years. I mean, and I'm serious. No one's been in that room for the longest time. But every time I go in there to try and clean it, especially my youngest one, Connor doesn't care. He hates everything in there, just like he hates me. He takes after his mom. So Logan, gets really, really upset. You can't throw away my childhood. I love everything in there. And I try to reason, listen, you don't play with this stuff. Wouldn't it be great to give it to kids who could use it?
Right.
And he's a rock about
Okay.
it.
So
I
that's the
decided
before.
to clean it up.
That's the before picture. Here's the after picture.
Yes.
Okay. What did you remove?
So let's.
Hold on a minute. No. See, Melissa, that's very judgmental. And you're supposed to be a non-judge. Let's take a look at this and see what Dean's done. Now,
It's like that game that might give my kids those magazines. and
Where's
it's,
Waldo?
Circle the thing that's different.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
Uh,
the one thing that's different.
all right. Jensen,
Yeah.
can you play the before picture real quick?
Like it's that menu at IHOP for kids to play with, right?
I love
this would
IHOP.
This would be the menu at like the Salvation.
Oh, there we go. Doing
Okay.
a se-
Salvation.
There we go.
Okay, well, there's no longer a fireman's hat that a
Right.
5-year-old
there you
would
go,
wear.
and I'm done.
Oh, and y'all ripped me for actually having moved shit, and he's moved one fireman's helmet
Yeah. No, you're definitely in first place between the two
Yes.
so far.
so far.
We
But
haven't seen
But
what-
you haven't seen mine.
Yeah, you're not even at the auditorium doing stretches, so let's see where you
Oh,
are.
I did a headstand last night for my family by myself, full circus acts. Yeah, so don't tell me about stretching.
We have a tease of what Melissa's wearing later on. Just wait until you guys hear.
Well,
about
I was
that.
Well, we're
actually-
going to see it right now.
I was going to put her to the test right now. All right,
There
that's
they are.
Melissa's before.
Okay, that's my before and
You have neon panties?
my after.
Hold on.
Okay.
That's your after?
Yeah.
But it's the same effing picture.
Right. Okay, so
Okay, can I make suggestions? First of all, those green shoes on the bottom are atrocious. What is that?
they are not atrocious.
Jimmy Choo.
They first of
Are
all
you a
look
prostitute in Ireland? What
they
is
look
that?
really great with a navy dress.
Oh,
I promise you. When I
Navy blue
I
and
was with
green.
Jean Chatsky, and that was the outfit I wore, and she absolutely loved it. And she said, "I have to get the same thing. I swear." Okay, but I have to tell you, did I do that by myself? No, I was in here with you guys, and my amazing friend Alex Cohen is. She's a stylist.
Name dropper.
And she organized my closet. She also has done Caroline Craddock's, and you can have her help you
Wait a minute.
at Styled by Cohen. Yay.
Style by Cohen. But let me ask you a question.
Yes.
So what entails a person who, okay, Alex Cohen
Right.
as an example.
Right.
What entails them coming in? Like, I'm sure they would look at me and go, I quit.
She's actually, okay, so talk about non-judgmental. The only thing she did say to me, and I'll get back to your question, was I needed to change my underwear. So I did trade in my Hanes granny panties, and I got those underwear. And then, of course, I'm showing my husband, and he's like, is that for me or the show? You know? And
Yeah.
I'm like, the show.
No, but you say
shut up, Mondo. Her husband is fine with her wearing different
No, but listen,
panties for us.
it's for the show, but you're the recipient of the dividend.
Yeah.
No, because they cut your tush in half. So I'll go home and but she told me she was with me one day and she said, you can go wearing that, but you need to change your underwear. And I was like, really? And she's like, yes, you have a line. So she doesn't, but that was the only thing she said to me, but she doesn't judge you as far as what your clothes look like. She puts things together. She's so affordable. And
There
she
you go. There's
takes,
the word. How much is this high-level manager from the Container Store charge you to go in your closet and shuffle things around?
Hold on a minute. And then she takes the stuff you don't use or wear and she donates them.
To
Genesis, Women's Shelter, or other places.
Clothes Horse Anonymous. Nick
No,
Dallas.
no, I'm not trying to make money off this deal. Clothes Horse is great though.
They are. I love Clothes Horse Anonymous. If you want a nice polo shirt like I'm wearing, you can go to Clothes Horse.
Do they sell men's?
Yeah, they sell men's on the right side when you walk in.
in a dark corner by the
Yeah,
porn.
No,
Sure.
where the jackets are. Call Clothes Horse Anonymous. Get him on the line right now if you don't believe me.
Fine, we'll call in a minute.
Yes.
It's 10 a.m. Okay, no, but Alex is great. She comes in, she organizes, no judging, and yes, she did make me buy
Well-
them. And I found the Oddcast panties, so I had to buy them.
Let me tell you something real quick.
Yes.
As far as judging, I call bullshit on that because everybody judges. They just don't judge to your face. But if Dean, for instance, went there and he would come back and go, oh my God, Melissa, this or that, or even my house. A good example is y'all judging my shit. And if y'all came through my house, to my face, you may not go. Jagger would. Jagger's the executive producer of the Oddcast podcast. Jagger would
And of
probably
our
go,
lives.
Yeah,
Right,
and of our lives.
right.
He would probably say stuff to my face.
You
'cause-
think I showed him that closet picture before the show? No.
No.
Yeah.
He's what we call a get a life coach.
Right. There's the guy I would hate to have come into my house.
Oh, I wouldn't have
Oh my God,
Jagger.
no. Every time he comes over, when I would watch the girls and stuff, I'd be like, I'll just bring him outside. It's just easier. He doesn't like arches. He doesn't like, there's certain things. It's just easier,
yeah, I
it's just-
couldn't.
it's just too much
I
stress.
get it. All right, so let's get to Friday the 13th. Yes. Speaking of bad luck.
Right.
Yeah, so there are people who I didn't know this until recently. There are people who actually take the day off for Friday the 13th. Now, some of that could just be superstition. 'cause
Right.
There's a lot of superstition that's involved in Friday the 13th, walking underneath ladders and all that other stuff.
Yes, and trixidecophobia is the fear of the number 13.
Oh, I thought you said something
no,
else.
The other thing cost you money on
Harry Hines.
Craigslist.
Yeah.
I want a trichidecophobia. That's 150 roses. Welcome jokes from 2008. No,
I know, right?
trichidecophobia is the fear of the number 13. So for some people, this day is just a nightmare.
Okay, so what do y'all think? I call bullshit.
Yeah, I call total BS.
Oh, yeah, no way. I mean,
Let's all agree on the same thing today.
but there are people
show ever.
People who take the day off, I think is completely
yeah,
ridiculous.
so we have a friend here, Ziggy, and he was
Ziggy.
Ziggy
Love
told
Ziggy.
me he was taking today off because it's Friday the 13th, and he considers today a holiday. And I had to stop everything and say, I said, you're joking, right? No. I'm going to watch movies all day. I will be home because it's Friday the 13th.
Damn.
I don't know. I don't get
Do we
it.
know where he lives?
I know, right? Let's just join him.
Let's just get a bunch of black cats and go to his house and rub them in his face.
No, he's watching Friday the 13th.
Movies all because there's
Yeah.
isn't there 13 of
Is
them
that
now?
Jason?
Ooh.
Is that Friday the 13th?
Yes.
Jedi? I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm not a big horror.
Jason
Okay.
Voorhees is Friday the 13th.
All right, because I'm not a big. I like horror movies, but I like the one that involves ghosts and stuff like that. So, yeah.
So you think that's ridiculous because he has this? Now, do you think it's a superstition, or you think he's using it as an excuse?
I don't think it's either. I think he just considers it a day to watch the movie.
If they historically, if this is their day, like historically, the 13th Friday, because we're going to have other Friday the 13ths during the year. They don't
There's
just
another one
happen.
in July coming up.
Okay, so I mean, yeah, I don't know. I think it's weird, but I think there's all of the superstitions. I mean, I don't know. I do get kind of freaked out with the black cat thing. Do y'all? I mean, what do y'all think? No?
No.
No.
I love black cats. I think they're awesome.
Are you a cat person?
I love cats. Yeah.
Do you have a cat?
No.
Oh,
No.
okay.
I have no pets. So when I end up
You
dead,
do.
it's going to take them years to find me.
Didn't you have
I had a hedgehog and 2 gerbils and all kinds of stuff.
You had a
dog.
pet monkey?
Oh, I'm gonna.
Oh, the pet monkey. Baby boy.
It's a very traumatic part of my life, and he loves to just laugh about it.
Oh, that's the monkey saying bye to Dean as it's being taken away. Tell us about your capuchin monkey, Dean.
Dan.
It's bad luck to call him his real name on Friday the 13th.
No, I'm not gonna entertain
He doesn't.
that.
No, he doesn't want to talk about it.
It was very traumatic. It was very sad. It was like losing a loved one. It really was.
What was the name of your monkey?
I'm not gonna tell. We're not gonna talk about the monkey.
It was throwing
you-
poop.
did
It was
you-
throwing poop at him on the way out.
Did you sleep with the monkey?
He slept in the bed a couple times.
Your
yeah.
monkey slept in your bed.
Oh, I
It's
miss
not
you,
like I
Dean.
bought him dinner or anything beforehand. They just as a pet will.
Okay.
Yes.
Wrapped his
Actually,
beautiful-
I had 5 of them all together, and one slept in the bed, and that one died. I killed it. See, I'm not going to talk about it. This
He
is all
rolled
very sad
over. It's
for me.
very.
I woke
Listen,
with it, my dead pet. It was horrible.
did you get it stuffed? You kind of keep it
Stuff
there.
you. I'm gonna.
Please do.
Okay, moving on. 13 letters. Did you know
Go ahead.
that some people believe that if you have 13 letters in your name, It's bad luck. Now we tried.
No,
Chris,
well,
we
allegedly.
tried Chris
Allegedly.
Jagger. We tried the Jagger Mafia. We tried what else? I mean, all of these things, and yeah, it didn't
Oh,
work.
were you trying? Okay. I know what Dean was doing. Yeah.
Melissa Plaskoff does not.
How many does it have?
I what was it? 14.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have
Just by
14.
that much.
I know, close but no cigar. But who? Let's see. So Osama bin Laden, Jack the Ripper, Charles Manson. Isn't that weird?
Saddam
Do you think that's
Hussein.
just coincidence? What do you
I
think?
think it's coincidence. Also, they didn't have bad luck. People around them had bad luck.
Yeah,
Right.
and really what it means is having 13 letters in your name isn't bad luck. It's considered a devilish sign that you have 13 letters in your name. That there's this devilish kind of thing if you believe in that.
Do you believe in that?
Not well, I believe in the devil, but I don't necessarily believe in
You believe in the devil?
Oh yeah. Heck yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I believe in good and evil, of course. Yeah. The
So
devil.
you think there's a guy named Satan,
I don't believe there's
got
a guy
a condo surrounded by lava,
Right.
and he's just sitting there.
Yes, absolutely. I can
What does he do all day?
He entices people to sin. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll tell you, The Devil's Advocate with Al Pacino is a great movie, and that's what I imagine Satan would be like if he was real, where he just
Or Louis Cypher.
that's De Niro and Angel Heart. No, I see him more as like Al Pacino, just where he would, he entertains your dark side because he never makes you do anything. That's the genius of the creation of that
Free
character.
will.
Yeah.
That was the premise of the movie. If you happen to see it, did you see it? Beautiful
Yeah.
sex scenes in there with Keanu
I
Reeves,
mean, I've slept. through
Charlize
all
Theron,
the sex
full-
scenes.
full frontal with Charlene Theron in that. Charlize Theron.
Theron, yes.
I'm botching everybody's name. It's
Charlene.
it's bad luck. All right. So other bad luck things.
Barbershop.
Barbershop. So if you get a haircut on Friday the 13th, is it considered bad luck?
Had a haircut, or is that kid getting ready to get a lobotomy?
It was.
Look at that poor kid.
Yeah,
If
he's
you
pretty
if you
upset.
Google bad haircut, that kid pops up everywhere.
Yeah. So why is it? Because I was going to get a haircut today, actually.
Do it. And
But no, listen.
take pictures. Let us know.
Dean, you don't believe though in any bad luck associated with Friday the 13th.
No.
Because what we're going to do here later on in the show is we're going to stack up a bunch of stuff to try to bring as much bad luck on ourselves as we can. Or are we going to tempt fate and not do it or do it? Not including will be something done with scratch offs from the Texas Lottery.
This is so exciting.
I can't
Yeah.
wait.
Well, I'll tell you this. I will say one thing that is kind of stuck with me was when we were at the old show at CBS. We were talking about selling your soul to the devil, and I said on air, I'll sell my soul to the devil right now if I get a good parking place for the rest of my life. And I have always had a good parking place, except for this morning.
Except
when
for
that
this morning.
clown was trying
Yeah.
to park. So, but
So
it's
it didn't
weird.
work.
Like,
Oh, really?
no, I get a lot of good yeah. Like I'll go to the mall to see a movie 10 minutes before it's there on a Saturday where it's packed.
Right.
And if I just wait like 5 seconds, suddenly a parking space will.
But
someone
see,
will
but you
come
don't
out.
believe in that stuff.
No, I don't believe in it. It's all very coincidental. But my main point is, I think these are the types of things that spur people on to believe this.
Right.
To me, it's just like prayer, where people are like, we prayed and she was saved, and we prayed and God's answer is no sometimes. It's just coincidental that person would have been fine anyway without prayer. That's the way I feel
That's
about
what
it.
you feel, right?
And your faith is great. I'm not commenting on your faith if you believe in prayer.
Well, you didn't say, Dean, a long time ago when we were on Live 105.3 that you're not an atheist. You're more of an agnostic.
No, I become more and more atheist.
Oh, you become more and more atheist?
Yes.
Okay.
It's usually when I got a call from you. Hey, we're doing this show. I was like, there can't be a God. There is no God.
Not
Right.
at all. Speaking of the Last Supper.
Oh, yeah.
13
Dinner parties.
people at dinner. Yeah.
13. So bad luck to have 13 people at a dinner table. And the Last Supper. Yeah, there's the very famous painting by Michelangelo that depicts the 13 people.
Okay, so Melissa, let me ask you this question. If you
Right.
had a dinner with 14 people coming,
I would never, but yeah.
okay, but one didn't show.
I don't do dinner parties.
I'm just saying.
Well,
Oh, no, I looked at her weird, like,
Yeah.
what?
Don't deconstruct. So if you had a dinner party
Okay.
and then one person just didn't show, like 2 hours before dinner starts at 6, you get a text at 4, hey, listen, sorry, can't make it tonight. So you're going to have 13 people at the table. Would you cancel the party?
No.
Or would you desperately try and invite a 14th?
Never. No, I think that's. I think that's.
You have no-
stupid.
okay.
No, I don't care. Will you think that's? Would you?
Well,
Would you, be
know,
like, okay, we're gonna be off by one. The
it depends on my menu. No, I would probably fill the seat. to not have 13. Much like how buildings don't have some of them don't have the 13th floor.
Hold on. You would fill that last
I
seat
think
so
so.
you wouldn't have 13.
So
So you're going to call, your neighbor and say, hey.
Hey, what you doing tonight? Yeah. And I asked them to come over. Hey, we made this great dinner.
So just so your guests won't get upset, or would it actually bother you?
No, I think it would actually bother me to have that
Empty seat
that
or 13?
the 13 number. And the more I think about it, the more I really do think that I would fill that seat. I would somehow find somebody, go across the street, grab a neighbor, something, yeah. But I would have somebody in that seat.
By the way, I will say that every dinner with Mondo is like the Last Supper because he will betray you. If you go to the bathroom, you come back, your fries are a little lighter.
That's all.
There's a couple bites out of your burger. He's the
Added-
Judas of fast food.
I am added gravy to everything, but I just can't see having that empty seat and the number 13. I think even my other guests would probably say something like, "We can't have 13 people. It's got to be. We got to either
many
lose.
rules.
Either somebody has to leave and be 12, or it's got to be 14. But you can't have.
Okay, so if you had to kick someone out, how do you make that decision?
I would be the one and just go eat in the kitchen. Let everybody enjoy themselves.
Wow.
Okay.
So
Sacrificing.
couldn't you put a Mark Cuban bobblehead in the 14th chair
No,
and just count
it
that?
has to be a living human being, a living, breathing entity. It doesn't count if it's an animal, some kind
a
of
monkey?
a capuchin monkey screaming Dean's name out over and over. No, it has to be a living human. That's all. Now, funeral processions.
Yep.
I was almost a part of one yesterday, but now that this comes up, I think that the funeral procession.
Does that mean you got uninvited to a funeral?
No.
Procession.
There was a procession. There was a funeral
Not
procession.
the funeral, to the
and I
procession.
think the funeral procession was done yesterday
Oh.
to avoid it from happening today. And it was a big one. So
Why do you got to tell us like a campfire story? And the funeral procession was on the 12th. On the 12th. Because you
Not-
didn't have it on the 13th.
because of the hanging man. Don't go. Well, look, there's other superstitions on Friday the 13th, going to a cemetery at night underneath the tree, where the tree will come and hang you and all this other stuff. There's all these urban legends on that stuff too. Just FYI.
Have you ever done the one where you hold your breath as you drive past the cemetery?
I have.
No.
Yeah.
When I was
That's superstitious.
No. When I was younger, it was like, if they can't breathe, we shouldn't be able to either. That's what one of those things someone told you. And I was like, okay. And then it's like a really big one. You're like, shit.
Yeah.
I never.
I'm gonna die.
Right. Nakoma Cemetery in Lancaster. Very spooky. Very spooky. They have the at the cemetery in Lancaster. I'm going to tell you they have a lady called Spider Woman, and she got bit by a spider and died. And it's a huge statue, and she's looking down at a spider. And supposedly on Friday the 13th at midnight, she looks up at you from her hand. Ooh.
And so what does that even mean if it's true?
I don't know. I've never been out there on Friday the 13th to figure it out at midnight.
And I was at Whataburger. And they served me 13 fries.
I wouldn't take it. I'd ask for one more French fry.
No, you wouldn't.
You're
ridiculous.
damn right I would. Whataburger shortened me. They would never do that in the first place. Nice big bundle of fries. Hey, all right. So listen, what a good place to go eat. I was actually in Melissa's neighborhood where her kind of hood was growing up.
Yeah.
In Richardson this week. And Jansen was actually, Jansen posted something about where's a good place to get pizza. And everybody was saying, you need to go to Carmine's. FY. And Jagger knows about Carmine's. There's a Carmine's on Spring Valley. The Carmine's in Richardson, they're two different ones. The one in Richardson is owned by different people. That's the one I went to. But their slices are just unbelievable. Check out Mondo around the Metroplex.
Hey, some people non parli bene la sua lingua. Some people they ask me, Mondo, where is the best pizza pie? Pizza by the slice, eh? I say, Stuttgart. I tell you where the best pizza place is, okay? In the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Hey, would I lie to you? Best pizza by the slice, eh? You know where? I tell you, it's coming up next on Mondo Around the Metroplex. Yeah. Okay, so you guys aren't gonna believe the size of these pizza slices, and they're damn good. So We're gonna go to Carmine's Pizzeria right here in Richardson, and you're gonna see what I'm talking about, man. But it's kick-ass. So take a load of this. Check it out.
So there we go. Carmine's.
Thank you,
Hey!
Carmine's and Apple Maps.
I know. Hey, what'd you think of that pizza?
Okay, so did you forget that you were taking pictures and things because you took a bite of the pizza?
I couldn't help myself. I was like, you know what? I can't wait. And that's the Italian. Now, this is the correct way to say it. When you go to an Italian joint, you have to say, I want the sausage. Okay, I want sausage. So I said, they go, I want pepperoni and I want the sausage. And the guy goes, you want the flat sausage or do you want the round sausage? And I said, give me the round. Estugats. So I got the round, and they just dump it all in.
So when you say that, do you get a loogie or a lugea? in your
I get a
food?
cannoli.
And why does it look like rabbit food?
Well, that's just how they.
It's like digested rabbit food.
Yeah.
Hey, it's delicious rabbit food.
It
Or
actually
like
looks
it looks
great.
like
I'd love to
I know
go
it looks
there.
like little pellets.
Have you been to Carmine's?
I have, but I don't.
You don't eat
I'm like
meat?
I'm just gonna say I don't eat sausage, but I just know where that's gonna go.
All right, let's just hold
Why are
on
you
a second.
assuming?
Hold on.
Because
let's-
every time this is what happens, and I get myself in a mess.
Hashtag me too.
No, we're not going to say anything.
No, we're not. We're not.
No
gonna,
double
we're not, and we're not
entendre.
making fun of me too. Calm down.
I
everybody.
haven't even thought of it, to be honest. But let's
You're
talk
such a liar.
about what sausage. That sausage on the on the pie was fantastic.
You think we're going to do something like, yeah, Melissa's been to Carmine's and had some sausage, and then she went in and ordered a pizza. You think that's the kind of thing we're going to do?
I was in high school. I was
It's
younger.
a time for exploration.
Did you do the splits for a pie? For a sausage?
Really flexible.
She is. I don't know
Thank
how
you,
we can
Dean.
get this on the air, but she's shown us her flexibility and gold standard. I
Thank
got to
you.
say, people at
Thank
Cirque du Soleil would be like, "Wow, that was good."
I haven't seen it.
I'll do the splits after the show.
Very good. We'll tape it. All
Thank
right.
you.
So now we had some homework, and we
Yes.
brought it to the studio with us.
And I just want to say I did participate this time, so don't give me a hard time.
Okay, go luck yourself.
Thank
That's
you.
the game. This is called Go Luck Yourself.
Yes.
Now explain what it is, Dean.
Yes.
So the concept is all about superstitions and Friday the 13th, and if you think that they're real or not. So what I started to think about was what is some of the things most people are very superstitious about. I'm sorry.
I'm superstitious about your burping on the
Yes,
end.
exactly. And so mirrors came into it, so I did some research. Now, apparently this is in Mexico, but why does a
My
superstition have to be just in one country? So I say some of these are superstitions around the
Mexico.
world. In Mexico, they believe that if you have two mirrors facing each other, and it could be in a hallway or it just could be in your bathroom, if you have two mirrors, you put one on top of the other, whatever, that having two mirrors facing each other is really, really bad luck.
Okay. So as we are right now with
Okay.
with mirrors,
Okay.
Melissa, just don't do anything but lift them straight up in the air as
Like,
they are
am
right now.
Am I allowed to touch
Yes,
them?
touch
or
them.
like,
Well, how
my
do you lift? If you know how to
superpowers?
levitate, that's great. No, lift them up as they are right now.
Okay.
They're one on top of each other. Mine are the same way, but the mirrors aren't facing each other, so they're
Well,
back to back.
mine are kind of two-sided.
Yeah, so you've already done it.
Yeah, mine aren't. Here's mine.
Yeah.
All right, mine look
And here's
like
mine.
ping pong paddles, and then this. And for the record, mine were a buck each. Pragmatism. So now, Dean, show us what you're talking about.
So,
in regards,
well,
to
first
this.
of all, when I bought them, they were in CVS like this, so it's
Right.
already been bad luck. So,
Yeah.
but the thing is, do I believe that superstition is true? No, I think it's BS. I will face mirrors no matter what. I think it
Yeah.
does nothing.
I mean, what's
Okay.
happening right now?
But I wonder
Well,
if you have to like here.
What does that mean?
And the next one is a broken. If you break a mirror, is it 7 years bad luck? And
Okay,
Mondo
here we
has a
go.
hammer. So, do you
I
believe
don't
in
know.
that or not?
I don't think I can do it.
Really? Well, go luck yourself.
Wait a minute.
I know you're a little surprised.
I am shocked because this whole show you've been calling bullshit on everything. Now wait a minute, Dean. I think I have the solution on why she won't break it.
Because
She has to clean it. And so I think that's in her head. She's like, well, God, if I
Yeah, I
break-
don't want to cut my hand.
Oh, excuses, because I
Not
think
your
these,
hand. That is.
listen, I've
Come
had
on.
many girlfriends who've broken these while throwing them, either at me or down in frustration. Why am
Right.
I still with him? So these don't. It's not like glass flies everywhere. They're actually very, very safe. I'm hoping me saying this with my big mouth.
You're an expert.
Watch, we all walk out of here with a missing an eye. But I believe when this gets broken, it's not. It's going to shatter, but it's not going to be.
Oh my.
Yeah,
okay, hold
so-
on. Let's just. I'm gonna have microphones and. Oh my goodness. Okay.
All right,
You go-
ready?
It's gonna be loud. Dean, and it did make a mess.
There you go. I have no belief in that whatsoever.
Oh my
Mondo?
God! You did it with such anger.
Really? You think so?
I don't know.
Really, the glass everywhere.
Well, we can clean it up. It's fine.
It's like on your arm, and okay.
That's all right.
Melissa, yeah, you. This is cool. Listen, I would just break mine like that.
Well, then do it.
Use a hammer.
There you go.
Wow. Let
See?
me see.
So we have no belief in this.
Mine's easy to clean up. Mine only cost $1.
Yeah, mine was
Melissa?
$10.
I want to keep mine because they're like I could use them. for-
Okay, so you are superstitious. You will have to live with this forever. You believe in that BS.
I'll do it out of peer pressure.
No,
No. No matter how much we,
I have no. I'm cool. I think with. I mean, as we go through this, a lot of this, but I don't know if I can.
But what does that come from? Do you really think you'll have 7 years bad luck?
I
You
don't
really
think
think
I'll
you'll
have.
wake up tomorrow and be me? No, just kidding.
That would be good luck.
Yeah.
I don't. I'm gonna pass.
Okay. So the next one is salt.
okay, salt shakers.
Oh,
So-
I'm good. Yeah.
If you
we
spill
really,
salt,
we only really need one.
Look at us, Dean.
Now,
We're so
wait.
good. We brought both.
Hold on. Yeah, so silly. You only need one salt shaker. What is the history behind? Because they say, okay, like for instance, you're reaching over to grab salt and you knock it over.
Mm-hmm.
You'll see some people that almost immediately, based on superstition, they'll grab it and then they'll throw a pinch over their shoulder.
it has to be your left shoulder.
It
by the
has
way. Mm-hmm.
to be the left shoulder because it's even more bad luck if you grab it and throw it over your right shoulder.
Yeah.
Okay, so I call bullshit on that, and I will.
But you won't crack a mirror.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean,
right, let's see.
I'm sure Jagger's going to scream at me. Which one's my salt and which one's my pepper?
Salt usually
okay,
has-
so look, I don't even know. That's how much I cook. I'm like, this one has one hole,
Yes.
and this has three. Here we
All right.
go.
Tight.
You're reading my Tinder profile.
With the sausage.
Go ahead.
Okay, which we have to go over the left? Is that good? I'm
No,
so confused
first of all, wait a
right
minute.
now.
First of all, you have to spill it on the table.
Oh my god.
No.
Oh,
you're
okay.
you're. Let me see it. I'll
I'm
show
so
you.
confused, you
You
guys.
You are. It's okay.
Here,
And
just
I-
use
and
mine.
no,
All right, I'm gonna
okay,
use Dean's.
Okay.
Dean, how you doing? Okay,
very good.
and then I knock
Okay,
it
so
over.
now he spilled salt.
Okay.
Now, what I do, right hand, grab a pinch over the left shoulder.
So you believe in that superstition?
Hey, how about this? It's easier to say, why tempt fate?
What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
But you won't break a mirror. I'm just saying, who's to say
Okay,
that?
so hold on. I am interrupting you. When you're cooking and you spill salt and you're doing whatever,
First of all, I don't spill salt, but go ahead.
do you really do that?
Yes. Without equivocation, I can
You?
tell you, if I spill salt, even it's weird, man. If I'm in a restaurant or whatever, somebody spills the salt and no one is reaching over to like, if they just pick it up and they just keep bullshitting, whatever, I'll reach over and grab it and chunk it over my shoulder.
Yeah.
Wow.
What? Not even thinking.
That
What if what
surprises
if it's
me.
like Sweet and Low or Splenda?
Oh, it's only salt.
It's only salt.
Salt
What if
is
it's
the
cocaine?
spice. Is the spice of life. It goes in my nose. Just kidding. I've never done drugs.
Yeah, I never have either.
Can probably say never.
I-
Problem with cocaine is the way it smells.
I've never.
You never heard that?
I've never even smoked marijuana cigarettes. All right.
Okay.
So now
So the
umbrella.
next one is we open an umbrella inside.
Right.
Yes, if I could.
Oh my gosh, for sure.
Yeah, I have no
Doink.
problem with that. Mondo?
Oh,
You're kidding me.
When and I'm teaching my daughter this too.
your poor child.
When we are inside, and I tell her this, we do not open umbrellas inside the house.
now I do say that,
Go out on the porch.
but
So there's something there, Melissa.
Well, it's
there,
more of
no,
like-
there's something there.
What is
she's
there?
gonna poke my eye out.
No, she's not. Don't blame that. How dare you put that on your kid? How dare you put your superstitions on your kid?
It's not a superstition.
It
Mine's
is.
more for safety, like swinging the bat that my kid was doing this morning in the house.
Okay.
You need to do that
then,
outside.
Then let your kid open the umbrella in the house.
Fine.
You don't even have to be around.
So if you're in a big empty room and there's no one around, you wouldn't open an umbrella. There's no eyes to lose or there's no
Not-
manners to be broken.
I don't care. Yeah, if I'm by myself or whatever. First of all, why would you open an umbrella in the house unless you got a leaky
Because
roof?
it's raining outside. What kind of douche walks out in the rain and then opens the umbrella?
Yeah, I
Because
can't
I
stand
have
that.
a thing called a porch that's covered.
What if you didn't have a thing called a porch?
I would still wait till I got even
You'd be soaking wet, and then you'd open
Yeah,
the
not
door.
every
not
fast food
soaking
place
wet.
you've been thrown out of has a porch. I've never seen a McDonald's with a porch.
Thank you.
So if it's raining,
Awning.
awning.
And that goes to say, would you open up an umbrella then? Take superstition out of it in a restaurant
Yes.
with
Not
all
next
the
to-
guests around.
Not next to someone's table. Yes, there's diplomacy.
Shake it off and all that.
No,
God.
but I would open it before I go outside. If there's a downpour rain, I wouldn't
There's
step
like a
out
whole
in the
thing
rain.
you're supposed to do with an umbrella. Like then you get in the car and you open the car the door and you stick the umbrella between
God,
the
you
door.
guys are a
If
bunch
you
of.
design cars, the airbags will go off 2 minutes after the collision.
I know. You gotta toughen up. Y'all are being coddled too much.
I'm really surprised at both of you. I thought you'd break the mirror. I had no idea.
Well, she didn't break the
Jedi,
mirror.
These freak shows we're working with.
No, she didn't break the mirror. Dean, but you're more of a scientific kind of guy like Jagger, where, like I know Jagger's probably philosophy is that there's nothing scientifically based on superstition, so you can't
Yeah,
believe
this is
it.
all. Yeah. He wouldn't.
So it's all right. It's all hooey. So based on that,
Okay, here we go.
but yes, wait.
Oh.
Just to finish the umbrella thing,
Please.
is that I have no desire to open up an umbrella inside my house or anybody's house.
Okay, but you broke the mirror.
That to me, even a black cat crossing my path or walking underneath a ladder, I'm cool with. But spilling salt, yeah, I can be judicious in my superstitions.
Do you
I
step on
play-
a crack and break your mama's back?
I try not to. My daughter Olivia sings it all the time. We modify it to mother-in-law, but that's okay. we just changed that. All right, so now we spent some big money.
Here we go.
Here's my
Yeah.
dollar scratch
Mine is
off.
numbers games. The top prize is $100,000. What's your top prize?
A weekly $50,000 for $500 for 20 years.
Mine's break the bank.
How much is it?
$100,000.
Okay.
16 chances to win.
Yeah, mine has a bunch of chances to win. So
I have no
originally
idea.
it was like, do you believe you have good luck or bad luck? And would you tear the lottery ticket up? But I rethought that a little bit because this could be a winner. I always think about that. And I don't know if that's superstition or that's just the odds are. So this
Wait,
is
back
really
up. Hold on. So back up. So say it again.
so this is more like it's a little superstitious, but it's also because it's a belief in good luck or bad luck. Do you have good luck or do you have bad luck? And that's what a lot of
I think it's
superstition is.
odds.
Mine is a $500,000 ticket.
Wow, $500,000. So some people
So
don't
you're telling
believe-
me if you don't, so you'll rip yours. You spent $5 and you will just rip it up.
Yeah, well, I wanted to change that a little bit because I started thinking like, yeah, but I see. So this is my Achilles heel a
Dilemma.
little bit, is that would you be willing to exchange this with me, knowing that I could win your prize or I could win your prize?
Okay, that's fun.
Oh yeah, I'm just exchanging all day long. Are you kidding me? Fuck yeah, let's exchange.
Let's exchange and scratch. I'm good.
Well, that's be boring to do on the air. I think that we
No!
can fix that for next week.
We can do it after, and we'll post our
Review.
results.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, that's good. I like. Would you? But would you?
Here's
Would
the
you swap spit?
Yes.
Isn't that what this is? We're swapping.
No.
no swapping spit is kissing, silly.
Oh, I'm no.
Yeah.
What?
She was a cheerleader. She knows. So, yeah, because I have this thing of giving away lottery tickets as prize as gifts and stuff. People say, "Oh, give them, buy $20 of lottery tickets
Right.
and give to somebody."
All right, here's the easiest way to do it. Pass one.
You won't do it. What do you mean?
I think I'm not giving this to you guys. I'm keeping it. I don't want yours.
What?
No. Wait. We're a democracy, so let's vote on it.
No, it's not a voting because you didn't. You won't open the umbrella. And the whole salt thing. I mean, that whole thing. So we can switch, we can swap. But if
you two
he's
can-
choosing to keep his lottery ticket,
Okay, go ahead.
you're telling me you're giving me the opportunity to win $500,000, and I'm giving you the opportunity to win $100,000.
Very upsetting.
I mean, okay, but there we
But
go.
I wouldn't do it. Yeah, I couldn't give scratch offs for prizes or anything because I would be like, and if they win, it would haunt me forever. It would haunt me forever. If
they
this
win
to you- And I
$2?
love you. You are the angel of my. You've restored my faith in humanity in so many ways
womanhood.
you don't even know. Women and all that kind of thing.
What- and
but
all
I
that kind of
still,
thing.
I couldn't friggin' stand it if you won $100,000 and I didn't.
Well, what if I shared it with you? What if I gave you like?
What am I, chopped liver?
No, if it's his ticket.
No.
Okay, how do you feel about that? So if you buy a ticket together in the split,
I would never do that. That group thing where like the whole church buys a lottery ticket
Yeah.
and they got to split $40 million.
they do that
40
at,
million
okay,
ways.
At my husband's office, they do that, and he makes everybody sign a document.
No. Can I tell you
sure.
something? We had this discussion with Jagger once on the air, and he would not share. First of all, he wouldn't share the money,
Oh, I believe that.
and he wouldn't do a pool or anything like that because it's all his. Why should he have to share his winnings?
Hold on. If he purchased it alone.
No, that's why
But he wouldn't do the group
he wouldn't
thing
do
to
a
begin
group.
with.
He wouldn't do a group thing
Because I think we were going to do that because one
He
time
wouldn't-
wasn't the lottery like at $500 million or
Yeah, it
something?
was
And
something.
he
we were
would,
like,
and he wouldn't buy it with the group.
no, because
ma'am.
he doesn't.
I want
want
to. Okay, I need to hear his rationale.
Yeah,
on that.
he didn't want to have to share it, and he doesn't believe that our chances go up by everybody ponying up and buying. So I think that he was kind of like, all right, I'm just going to go on my own.
yeah.
I'm the kind of guy that's like, I don't give a shit. Let's pool our money. If we all win, I don't care. I look at this is my philosophy: little fish better than an empty dish. I'd rather have a little than nothing.
No.
Okay, who's your first call if you win? Let's say you won $500 million.
Amanda, pack your bags because I'm not telling the other guys I just won all this money, and we'll just catch them later.
Okay, Dean.
I wouldn't, and this is great
Amanda's
because
my
now
wife.
you don't have to tell anybody. I wouldn't tell us. I wouldn't even tell my kids. I would
Yeah.
tell nobody that I won that money. Nobody would
I know why.
'cause suddenly I have a Tesla, and suddenly I'm living in a nicer house, and I'm like, yeah, the corporate gigs are coming in. It's great because the reason is it would change you, and it would change you. If I won $500 million, everybody would change around you, and it's based on what lottery winners say. Is everyone around you suddenly now? What I would do, for example, though, is Jedi would come in and go, the weirdest thing, man, this guy gave me this new Jeep. And you would all kind of mysteriously start having these lucky things happen to you. I would help you out in all kinds of ways.
But you don't believe in luck.
Well, you guys would think it was luck. Let me say this.
You
Or
sucker. You
fortunate.
suckers.
But I wouldn't tell anybody. No one would ever know because it would change everything for everybody else.
See, I would call a lawyer. That'd be my first call.
Well, yeah, I would tell those type of people.
Yeah. And then Jagger, and then my husband.
Are you kidding?
Really?
Well, listen. In all honesty, I already have the whole thing. In all seriousness, I
Yeah.
have it played out in a way. If I did win the lottery, I take a trip to Austin. I tell my wife I'm a real estate agent. I got to go show some houses down there, and I'm going to get a pretty good commission check. And then she'll be like, "Okay, cool, that's great." I'll go down there, a CPA and a lawyer, set up an LLC, and then open up a different bank account and have that money put into it. And then just tell my wife, here's how much I had in this commission, and she'll see it. And then I'm just going to pretend to have these incremental great dealings, and then
But you said before the first call would be your wife.
yeah, no,
Now
that
now it's
that
going
was
to be the commission check.
No, that was in jest. In all seriousness, I've already planned that out how I would do it. Is I would form an LLC, call a CPA, call a lawyer, get everything, all these documents drawn up, and kind of like Dean, except I would be upfront. I'd be like, "Hey, bro, I paid your house off, and you got a new car and all that." But I'm not. I wouldn't expect people to change around me.
But what about all the people that are going to want handouts?
Yeah, there's that too.
There's that-
and all these relatives.
Look, that
It's
that
a
happens.
nightmare.
It's a night- yeah.
You have to learn. I think the thing is, the hardest thing you have to learn is how to say no to people.
Right.
And that's unfortunately, you just have to do that. Mark Cuban even said, look, he was a billionaire overnight when he sold broadcast.com.
Yeah.
And he was saying he was going down the tollway, North Dallas tollway, going southbound, and he was in a convertible screaming his butt off at like 2 a.m. But he knew what was going to happen to him was everyone's going to come up to him and go, "You're a billionaire. Now what's $100,000 to you? I've got an idea," or whatever.
Yeah.
And
I wouldn't do that.
He
Yeah,
said
you have to
the-
keep it under
The
wraps.
first thing you have to learn how to
tell
say is
anybody.
no.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't tell my kids because I wouldn't want my ex to find out because who knows what can of worms
Dean,
that would open.
I would never tell the kids. No,
No.
I'm with you for sure.
I just
Yeah.
think that
I wouldn't even change it. I just would keep things. Yeah, it would make things obviously for whatever reason, whatever everyone has in their life that's that financial bleh, you deal with that. But I would be like, okay, let's just keep moving.
there are some changes though that
But would you take off and move to Hawaii and be done?
no, I would move away. That is guaranteed.
I'd vacation more, especially the weekends when the boys are gone because it's just I miss them so much. It's so hard. Those 5 days suck.
Would you
Or
move
like-
to LA?
No,
You'd have the money to like write professionally for a
a talk show or
talk
something.
show. You could
I don't
do
know.
that.
That's an interesting because I have thought about that too. But I think we're getting too into us, and Mr. Jagger gets mad. So
No,
let's
that's-
wrap this up.
Let's do a toast.
Because the last one is the belief that when you toast, so you were teasing it earlier, so go ahead and explain.
Yeah, so essentially that using any vessel that you have, everyone at a table, dinner table of 13, that I added one, so it's 14.
Right.
Universally, you start drinking and you start doing a toast. Hey, thanks to everybody. Here's to everybody's good health. And the one person invariably would maybe Dean, who's not drinking tea, he's drinking water. He doesn't drink alcohol. So everyone does a toast, And when you clink glasses, it's supposedly bad luck to toast a person that has water in their glass.
I thought it's bad luck, and I got to make sure there's no chips of glass in this before. But
Drink it.
yeah, I think there is something in here actually. So yeah, it's supposed to be if I have water and I toast you, then I'm toasting you bad luck.
You're toasting bad luck to me.
Cheers, my friend.
But you wouldn't do that to me, right?
And here's the other thing. At the toast, you have to drink after a toast. You can't just go, cheers,
Yeah.
and then put it down.
Oh, you do?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you cannot just toast somebody and then put it down. You have to take a drink.
It's just like the same thing. If you have a fortune cookie and you open it and you read the fortune, until you eat the cookie, it doesn't come true.
By the way,
You didn't know
972
that?
No.
972-884-0816. Say that again.
If you have a fortune cookie, you open it, but you don't eat the cookie, the fortune doesn't apply to you.
Patience is a virtue in
Damn,
bed.
I do that all the time.
Well, and I had one that was a typo, and it said, "You will have Mang children." And I was like, I don't want Mang children. I mean, seriously, for a long time, I didn't have sex because I didn't want Mang children.
Are you really? That was it?
No,
That was
I'm
the
joking.
reason?
But no, that wasn't the reason.
I'm kidding, Dean. No, I'll do water. I'll toast with water.
But you have to drink
But
after.
I don't drink.
No,
it.
no.
Okay, then you do nothing.
Yeah, that the toast means nothing. You basically just told them to go fuck themselves. You're
Yeah.
not drinking.
And are you that person that's like, cheer, cheer?
No, I hate
And
that.
you know how it's like, well, hold on, I didn't get you. Let me
No,
stand up and blend it.
one time for all time.
Do you do like you get everyone
No,
at the table?
No, it's supposed to be. For instance,
You know what I mean?
Yes, if we had a long table,
Yeah.
for instance, and we're here and you're over there, you toast to the people closest to you, but you don't make it a point to go across the table.
Oh, yeah, I get that.
You know what I mean? So it's just the people in
It's
your
like a
periphery.
20-minute deal.
No, it's not. It's simple.
Yeah.
And if you can even do it in the middle, that way it's universal. Everyone does it, and that's fine. I'll catch you on the next one. You know what I mean? So that's it. Hey, here's another thing to catch.
Well, can we
Julie-
just wrap up? So you do have a superstition
Yeah.
about salt, and you do have one about
umbrellas.
No, about
Mirrors.
Mirrors, and mine is about the lottery thing, but it's really more a matter of anger at someone benefiting from my
Being selfish.
being. This is more of a selfish
Yeah.
thing than
Yeah,
it is superstitious.
And FYI, so next week we are going to scratch after the show. We're going to scratch our things off, and
And then we're going to play the lottery.
then we're going to play the lottery. And just so for the record, if we had passed to the left, I would have ended up with Melissa's anyway. Melissa would have ended up with Dean's, and Dean would have. So we'll see what kind of luck would have happened beyond that too. By Dean holding on to his, did he change $500 a week for the next 20 years? We'll know next week after the show.
Go luck yourself.
Go luck yourself. So Julie Says So Movie Minute coming up now, and then we're going to have Jagger coming up in just a bit too. So Julie doing some movie reviews for us. We love Julie Fisk. You can also see her on Channel 8 after 9 o'clock doing movie reviews. So here's Julie.
Hi, and welcome to the Julie Says So Movie Minute, where I usually give abbreviated reviews of all the biggest new films opening each week. I'm changing it up this week, though, because there's some massive summer movies on the horizon, and I wanted to make sure you didn't miss any of them. In fact, it all starts this month since Avengers Infinity War bumped up its release date to April 27th.
Dread it. Run from it. The end is near.
The Infinity War rumor mill has been in high gear ever since, cranking out theories about which Avenger will die this time. Producers are trying to keep spoilers under wraps, so even some of the stars don't know how this movie ends. Important elements were kept out of the version they saw at a special screening recently, which was so heavily edited that it was only 20 minutes long. Certain Avengers, namely Spider-Man's Tom Holland, are so bad about spilling the beans that they were given as little information as possible. We'll all find out what happens and who dies when Avengers Infinity War hits theaters April 27th. Oh, and Amy Schumer's new one, I Feel Pretty, opens that same weekend, in case you're one of those weird people who doesn't like Marvel movies. Coming up May 11th is Life at the Party with Melissa McCarthy as a divorcee who goes back to college with her daughter.
This essentially a Google.
Ask me anything.
Turn off your Bagoogle. You're scaring me.
I think my Bagoogle scared Jack last night,
Oh my God.
but in a good way.
I'm-
Like when you intentionally go through a haunted house.
Ew.
McCarthy co-wrote this one with her husband Ben Falcone, who directed it. This will be the third movie they've made together after The Boss and Tammy. And if you're wondering why Melissa looks different, it's because she dropped 75 pounds in the past year, and she looks incredible. May 18th brings us Deadpool 2, which looks, God, just fantastic.
Tell me they got that in slow motion.
Some people from the first Deadpool dropped out, though, after original director Tim Miller bailed thanks to quote-unquote creative differences with Ryan Reynolds. It has some people wondering if Deadpool 2 will lack the magic of the first one, but we won't know until it hits the screen on May 18th.
That is why Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants is pure pornography.
Oh, God, I wish I finished college.
The following weekend, May 25th, is when Solo, a Star Wars story, debuts.
Heard about a job. Big shot gangster putting together crew.
I'm a driver. I'm a flyer.
Here's another one that's been shrouded in controversy since the directors were fired right in the middle of filming. Phil Lord and Chris Miller, who did the Lego movie, were turning Solo into a comedy, so Disney handed the project off to Ron Howard. We'll find out what he did with it on May 25th. June heats up quickly as well, with Ocean's 8 opening on June 8th.
Taylor Swift? Can't we just go to this? Do we have to steal stuff?
Yes.
Matt Damon shows up, but it's otherwise an all-female cast featuring Sandra Bullock, Cate Blanchett, Anne Hathaway, and Mindy Kaling, to name a few. In fact, the whole idea might have come from Mindy's 2012 book, Everyone Hanging Out Without Me. That's where Mindy said the world needed an all-female Ocean's 11 movie. I hope she gets some of the royalties. Out that same weekend is Hereditary, starring Toni Collette and Gabriel Byrne.
I don't like this. Dad, I don't like this. What's happening? Don't you ever raise your voice to me. I am your mother.
This one screened at South by Southwest and just traumatized critics. Seriously, read the reviews. It sounds like they're crying on their laptops when they describe how scary this thing is. I've watched the trailer about 15 times and I still can't tell what Hereditary is about. I just know that something really bad happens and that I have to see this movie. Won't You Be My Neighbor opens that same weekend, which is good because we'll need the soothing tones of Mr. Rogers after Hereditary.
Low production values, simple set, unlikely star. Yet, it worked.
This one's a documentary about Fred Rogers and how he changed children's television and affected culture on a much broader scale. Maybe we'll also find out if Mr. Rogers was really a sniper in the Vietnam War. Did you hear that rumor too? Look for free movie passes and reviews for all of the summer blockbusters at juliesaidso.com. And parents should watch for my mommy movie reviews. They tell families exactly what to expect from those PG-13 movies that your kids are always begging to see. And remember, you never have to pay money for a bad movie again. Just find comprehensive movie reviews and free movie passes on my website. Or follow me on social media, on Facebook, on Twitter, and Instagram. And subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can find all of those links and more on my website at juliesaidso.com. And we're going to wrap up this summer movie preview with the latest trailer from Solo, a Star Wars story. This one just came out and it gives us a deeper look into that version of the Star Wars universe. We even find out that Chewbacca is actually much older than we thought. He's kind of like a turtle, which I guess real fans already knew. I'm Julie Fisk, and that's your Movie Minute.
You're after something. Is it revenge? Money? Or is it something else? You look good. A little rough around the edges, but good.
Heard about a job. Big shot gangster putting together crew.
I'm a driver. I'm a flyer.
I waited a long time for a shot like this. What do you think? Well, what do you know?
You got a line on a ship?
Yeah, I know a guy. He's the best smuggler around.
I heard a story about you. I was wondering if it's true.
Everything you've heard about me is true.
L3!
Let's go with the mean man's face.
Who are these guys? If you come with us, you're in this life for good.
You might want to buckle up, baby.
Give you some advice. Assume everyone will betray you, and you will never be disappointed.
I got a really good feeling about this.
Since when do you know how to fly?
I'm 190 years old? You look great.
Push it!
I'm out. Not so much with the Han Solo movie. Anyway, coming
You're
up
so
at
ridiculous. You guys, just so you know, everybody, he was salivating while we were watching that.
No,
just
they
now.
should have done a CGI of Harrison as a younger guy because they have the ability to do it. By the way, coming up at 11:30, the launch with Tim Vasquez doing some SEO stuff. So make sure and stick around. Hello, Mr. Jagger.
Tim Vasquez, who's that?
He's
the talented Vasquez boy.
Yes, he is.
Oh, is that? Hey, I just total disclosure. I haven't gotten a chance to see any of the show this morning, so if you reference anything, I won't know what you're talking about.
Thank you.
We had a late start for school and all that.
That sounds
stuff,
like a parenting problem to me.
Yeah, well, how dare you?
What then?
I said that sounds like a parenting problem.
Is it time for an
I'll have to watch
intervention?
it. I'll watch it on demand.
I'm sure you will.
Yes.
Okay, well, real quick before we get into your question, we were having all of these things about superstitions. Will you smash your mirror?
God.
Okay, hold on. So they were saying on your old show that you refused to participate in a group lottery ticket.
Yes, and I'll tell you how that came about.
Okay.
Back in the day when scratch-off lottery tickets were new to most people growing up in Pennsylvania, we had a new lottery system, and they started scratch-offs, and everybody was like, ooh. So that holiday, I bought everybody holiday versions of scratch-offs.
Oh.
And I thought that was, how cool this will be. As I handed them out and I saw people starting to scratch them, my own family members, I was overcome by grief, thinking, what if I bought the winning ticket for the big, whatever the prize was at the time,
Thank
$1,000
you.
a week, I think it was, and I had passed it off to someone else.
Yeah.
And from that moment on, I was then no longer ever buying anybody a ticket and giving it to them, or ever participating in splitting a ticket with somebody.
Okay, but what if it was like a $500 million payout?
Doesn't matter.
No.
What's
But
wrong with
did
you?
Did you not think though that had they won a big prize, you don't think that your own kin would have shared it with you?
No.
Well, they may have, but the problem is they would have controlled it, not me.
There.
Mhm. Thank you.
Boy,
There you go.
you're a
Thank you.
psychologist's wet dream. Every
Hashtag
time-
control.
Yeah, that's what it is.
And it doesn't matter. I even said, I don't care if the jackpot goes to $1 billion. I'm buying my tickets. I'm either all in or all or nothing. You know, I'm not going to go with 15 people at the office and do a pool. And no.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about. So you would never.
No, because I'm like him.
Never.
If we all, like, let's say we had $1 billion lottery and you guys all wanted to go in and I didn't go in and you three won it, that would feel
That'd be
better
fine.
to me.
Yeah.
That would feel better to me than if I had been part of the pool and had to split it with all you guys.
That's so
Thank you,
crazy.
Dee.
No,
Thank
because
you. No, it's
No,
not. It's
it-
not.
Yeah, no, little fish better than an empty dish. I'd rather have a little than nothing and wish on somebody's
Well,
good luck
listen,
while they're driving a Tesla and I'm
Well,
not.
good for you, Oliver Twist. Go get some more tapioca. See how that works out for you.
Oliver Twist. Tiny Tim.
Please, sir, could I have some more?
Please, sir.
Anyway, I cut you
But
off,
yeah,
Jagger.
no,
I apologize.
I mean, I would feel, I would have that, like, oh, geez, I can't believe I didn't, get a part of that. But,
And then you would ask
know,
me to give you, half of
No,
it.
let him finish.
No, I wouldn't.
Yeah, he's like, oh, listen.
Without you having to ask.
No, yeah, no, there would. I know there's some kind of an investment you'd be asking us to help out in.
yes.
So
Yeah,
Exactly.
don't sit here and play Mr. Innocent over there.
Right, all right. So, Dean, tell
Yeah.
Jagger what would Jagger do this week?
Okay.
Oh, Mr. Jagger, this is a good one.
Take a deep breath.
Okay.
ready?
All with the superstitions and everything, I'm sure.
Yes. So here's how it goes. It says, superstitions are BS. We all know you believe that, which is because you're smart. However,
Total BS.
imagine you are the only American passenger on a flight returning from Haiti, a very superstitious place. Everyone else is Haitian on the plane, including the flight crew. So right before takeoff, you notice everyone is looking at you. The flight attendant tells you...
Of course they are.
Of course they are.
How could they not?
I told you it's a long one. The flight attendant tells
Salivating.
you...
He's like, tell me that part again.
Yes. The flight attendant comes over and tells you, they say, hey, everyone believes it's bad luck to fly with only one American on the plane. So no matter how awesome and gorgeous you may be, we believe you're bad luck for this flight. Okay, you with me so far?
Okay.
She tells you that you must either leave the plane and take the next flight, which doesn't leave for 15 days. You're going to stay in a Motel 6 till the next flight in 2 weeks. Or you can go to the cockpit. When you arrive, the pilot tells you there is one way to beat the bad mojo and remain on the flight. You have to pleasure everybody for the entire flight home. So, are you going to stay for 15 more days in Haiti
In a Motel 6.
and prove that this is all BS and you don't believe in it? Or are you going to be in the lavatory giving new meaning to flying the friendly skies?
Jeez Louise. Is there
And,
any more
considering
hoops?
considering
I know.
considering your skill set.
Well, now hold on a minute. And by pleasure, you can just ask him if you don't mind giving them a hand.
Or whatever. It's just.
Why
it's-
does it have? It could be anything.
It's men, women. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So, you're basically having to do this with all these Haitians on the way home.
He's like, well, then that changes everything.
I did. I'll see you in 2 weeks.
It's an all-female crew.
Yes.
Fantastic. Oh, so fantastic.
Oh my God.
And then the pilot
15
says,
days
"Oh,
in a- 15 days in the Motel 6, though.
Without shoes.
yeah." But
And now
knowing
you're
you'll
taking
be
my
in,
shoes?
yeah, no, you'll be in that hotel going, "Well, I proved their superstitions wrong."
The whole thing,
Well.
he's worried about his effing shoes. Oh, my God.
I knew that would be it.
So what do? Do you
All-
fly and?
All I can ask is, what time do we depart?
Ah,
Oh,
really?
wow.
Really?
Yeah, throttle
I
back.
could, yeah. I'd have to fight through it.
That's
All right.
So you're a trooper. I give you credit.
I'm
for that.
surprised.
I am too.
No, I'm
By the
not.
way, I have a dinner party that has 10 so far. I need 3 more. Would you guys like to join me?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Can we Skype in on the party?
Right. Absolutely. I'll fly in.
Mondo, you won't go to a dinner party with 13.
I'm in on this
Were you-
one.
okay.
Yeah,
Mhm.
cool with
Yeah.
that. I make up 2 people. That's all. All right, well, cool. Well, next week, thank you, Jagger. Next week, we'll reveal who scratched off who and who won what. And we got some good stuff coming for you next week. Also, thank you, Jagger. That's it.
And don't miss Dean's comedy class.
Don't forget, Dean, yes.
Yes. As
Time
we
to go,
go,
time
as we
to go.
play out. If you're interested, just email me and I'll show you what happens 2 minutes from now. Yes, there. Oh, look at that. We must be off the air. So this is actually the workshop is starting pretty soon, but I'm also doing a 1-day joke writing workshop. Jagger, we need to do another video for that. But that's starting on April 22nd
Y'all want me to check the calendar now? Or
for
later?
$99. The 1-day joke writing workshop. If you're interested, just anything, contact me at dean@deanlewiscomedy.com. I'll give you the lowdown on any of that if you want to learn how to be a comedian or if you want to learn how to just write jokes for your presentations and blogs, etc.
All right, let's go get that glass out of your hand.
Yes, because now my back of my hand's bleeding too. All right.
Oh, you're right.
Yes. Well, that's it. Good night.
Good night, everybody. See you next week.